Next, Representative Robert Rita addresses the press on the progress of a gaming bill that would expand gambling in Illinois. This runs about 7 minutes.
I'm not going to call Senate Bill 7 today. We called it on Monday. It fell a vote short, and I've been working with Senator Link in these last few days of trying to figure out if there's something we could do to bring it back to a vote and pass it, but it appears there's a number of issues, not just one or two. I mean, City of Chicago's in opposition. There's sweepstakes. There's tax rates. So what we're going to do is work together over the summer and put some hearings together. I mentioned during the hearing in presenting the bill, there was 3 components that were not part of the bill that we'd be talking about because there was just too much questions and how to put the language together, dealing with fantasy sports, sports betting, and internet gaming. So these are some of the concepts that we could talk over the summer, along with the underlying Senate Bill 7, and so we could do it right.
What's Chicago's opposition?
There was a number of provisions. Tax rates was one of them, and how it was set up. Sweepstakes was part of it. And it was through some limited conversations with them, trying to figure out if there's a way to put this, change some language so that we could vote on it.
Because the newer casinos would have the higher rates than the existing casinos, or there's a tax break for the existing casinos?
Yes, and how I understand it, it's how it ramps up, and it gives some tax breaks. It lowers all the existing tax breaks, but how it ramps up and then how it goes down, and at the levels it was them were set is how I understand it from Chicago.
Does it all have to be done together? If there's an agreement on sports gaming or fantasy and all that, does that all have to be part of a big expansion bill? Can those things run by their
Well, and it's something we could look at. It appears every time we start to move something or start a conversation or to go, it just starts growing and growing, and it's one of the things that we've been faced with over, since I took over doing this in the last 5 years. It just seems like as soon as you start with one concept to say, well, and part of it is we haven't passed a gaming bill in a number of years, so I think, everybody's looking to see where can we have something added or into this package, and it seems like it just continues to grow. But we called it for a vote. We haven't had a vote in the House, and we could see that we have some work to do. Now, the COGFA report came out after on the bill as amended from Monday, and it was estimated at $700 million in reoccurring revenue, $700 to $1 billion. And the way we divided that up, education, K through 12, pensions, in the state construction fund. So there would have been a third from $250 million, almost $300 million additional revenue that would go into them 3 areas, which is much, we've heard a lot of support for them 3 different areas, and would be good for the state.
And how does it feel having all that hard work kind of not even see the light of day, not even make it to the House floor? You said you've been working on this for 5 years, and it was so close to making it out of committee.
Well, when you have a big issue like this, and it is a big issue, expanding and doing a number of things, this is what it's part of. Now, we made progress. We took it to a vote. We could see that it needs work to do, rather than just coming out saying, hey, we're not calling it. I'm working very closely with Senator Link, and we're going to work closely over the summer to try to craft it so that we can get a vote.
Is this just an instance of where's mine?
Well, I don't know if it's all that. I mean, I said it's been a number of years since we've had a gaming bill, so everybody's looking at it. Well, is it our chance to get what we need changed or not changed? There's the unknown. What they talk about the cannibalization. Is it going to, So I think there's a lot of it as the unknown, knowing that, well, next year we'll fix it. As you could see, what you pointed to earlier, you do one component. That hasn't happened. But I don't know if it's all that. I think it's about making sure it's right for the state.
Can you explain sweepstakes?
How I understand it, it's a machine that you go on, and it's a game of chance. It's been in question. Is it legal? Is it not legal? There's been some court cases. Department of Revenue issues stickers for them to be legal. And if you talk to the video gaming terminal operators, they say it's another form to circumvent video gaming without the regulation. Now, so that's something we're going to have to dig into to see where, is that gaming, is it not gaming? Is it, a game of chance? They look like gaming machines. I could see where they're coming from, but this was an area that there was a lot of questions in, was it legal, not? So it was part of a component to say, let's have some give and take to include that in the bill.
You mentioned small parlors, and saying that, during committee, they said that, this would take away from their slice of the pie, that they would kind of be pushed back with this. I mean, is that something that you're going to be working on over the summer?
Something that we would look at. That, part of everything we heard at the committee and when they were testifying in opposition, these are things that we have to look at. I think that all contributes to where the vote came and why we fell short.
Now, there was a big turnout, so does that give you hope that this might make it through in the veto session?
Yes. And if we continue to work, and if with Senator Link and myself working together, bringing this together, hopefully we'll have something in the veto session.